Welcome back everyone to today's video, and in this video we're going to be looking at the weather for the next couple of weeks and also the chance of a possible sudden stratospheric warming. It could even be a major one, and we're only in November at the moment and it probably will come off in December, but it's still very rare as we usually see SSWs into January, February and March, mostly February, so it's not very likely that it will happen, but actually maybe this time we'll see it. So without further ado, let's get into this. So currently we have got northerly winds coming down the country today, being a very cold day for most places. Definitely a lot colder than it has been over the last couple of weeks and the last month probably. But we are going to just push it away for a little time from the Atlantic, then we'll get them easterly winds pushing in after that. So it's going to be quite interesting for the next couple of weeks. So let's show you a bit of chart data from the GFS's latest 12Z run. Here we are. So once again, we start off with that high pressure dust sitting as the country gone forward 6 hours now. We got that high pressure. Got the high pressure sitting to the west and northwest of the country, and we've got a trough of low pressure coming through here and bringing them northerly winds down. So that will be once again quite cold. So it's quite interesting at the moment. Then the high pressure seems to build through the country and we get more of a westerly wind in, a little bit milder there, and then we actually back some trough of low pressure coming through that high pressure just there, letting the low pressure trough just here to sink through the country and wrap that wind into the northeast. As we carry on, we do get it more from proper easterly at this point, as you can see just there. So there is quite a lot of cold air over in Europe as well, so it will go cold. Now we start to see some low pressure systems hanging around, and if it's cold enough, maybe a little bit of winteriness, maybe a little bit of snow if it gets cold enough. Once again, that blocking high pressure over Greenland really picking up. Just shows you don't need an SSW for any extreme cold. We've got a low pressure system just here, and also quite a bigger one here. Probably bring some snow. The upper air temperatures are definitely not in the yellows, so it will be quite interesting there. We keep it cold right into the start of December and all the way into around the 6th of December until finally we get a bit of an Atlantic push, getting the wind back quite properly mild at that point. But that is very far away, and as you can see in this block pattern, what we are going to be seeing over the next couple of weeks, it's very hard to just get out of that. So it's very unlikely that we'll get out of that pattern that quick, but it's always possible, so we'll just have to see what comes off. Here are the temperatures for London over the next couple of weeks. We are looking like this, and as you can see, we are below average at the moment, around -5 right here with them northerly winds, as you can see, and we will take it back up to around average before dropping it straight back down. And then from start to finish, we are below average, hovering around -5, probably even dropping below that. Some models go for -10 upper air temperatures, and quite a bit of precipitation around just here, as you can see. So, could that be a bit of snow? And look how cold it is here as well. So you never know. We have got precipitation around, start to finish, and we have got cold temperatures, so you never know. You never know. So now we're going to show you the possible SSW over the next couple of weeks. So here we go. So here is week 1, already looking very interesting. So here's that warming just here, as you can see. Around average at the moment over the North Pole, maybe a little bit above towards Scandinavia, but then over here at Siberia, it's really quite above average. Just there. And as we go forward to 4th to the 11th of December, it's quite crazy at that point. And the polar vortex is gone over there. So that's quite interesting. And as you can see, that's off the scale for the ECMWF. This is 10 degrees plus above average, and it's quite large. So I expect it to really be a huge warming, probably an SSW, maybe even a major SSW. It's that big of a warming over the North Pole. Into the 11th and 18th, it pushes further into the North Pole and to Greenland. And if this came off, I tell you what, the winter and December could be one to remember if all this came off. But it's been these are some crazy charts at the moment, and we've been seeing this from the last couple of days from the ECMWF. And as we carry on into the 18th to 25th, the Christmas week, it still once again sits over Greenland, and we could be seeing them effects of the SSW by now if it was to come off. Into January, we keep that warming over Scandinavia still. It's quite a crazy one. And into January, we keep the warming over Greenland, and it looks very, very interesting. I'm just going to take you back to the interesting chart just there. Look at that. That is a crazy chart. North Pole's just been absorbed by this major SSW with the ECMWF chart. As you can see, we can't say it's SSW, but it looks like it really. It looks very, very like an SSW, that does. But it's an extreme warming, so for the time of the year as well, we're only just at the start of the season. It's very extreme, but we'll have to keep an eye on it because it can come off. So quite interesting over the next couple of weeks. And thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.